This shit is very doable, nigga. I come from the same places y'all come from. I come from the very bottom, Garden Valley Projects to 131st and Benwood, nigga. And we didn't have nothing. A single parent household, 3 kids in that bitch. And now I live on the fucking ocean. 2 condos on the ocean in Miami, nigga. Just whatever the fuck I want to do, whenever the fuck I want to do it.
And I never saw that coming. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. And it's the King TV Network. We are here live. Secret location for now. We're gonna give out the location soon, but this is new, all right? So there's some things already went on here. Y'all done seen it before, but we ain't gonna just give out the location just yet. Shout out to them, though. We truly appreciate y'all having us. We got a saucy, we got a big roller in the building today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but I've been watching him for a minute, man. Go ahead, tell him who we got here.
Cartier Casa, Champagne Circle owner. You already know the vibe. Big Don P sippers, nigga. You know the vibes, nigga. Yeah.
Man.
You know the vibes.
So I seen, man, like the mic drops, the freestyles, the drip,
Yes, sir.
Man, tell the people, man, where did it all start for you as an artist?
Here, man, Cleveland, Ohio, Benwood up the way. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
shit. Shout out to
131st.
Yes, sir.
That's where I'm from. So
I had one on the 47.
you know what I mean? Type shit.
Come on now.
That's where I'm from. That's what I rep. And I've been living in Miami now since 2014.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it all starts from here, from the town for sure.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
yes,
that. Now you've been getting money for a while.
Yeah, I've been getting money for a while.
Now you talk about it, but now I wanna get into it.
See, and that's crazy because I knew we was coming here, and I just didn't know what I should do, so I didn't do what I was gonna do. But I was gonna act the fool.
You was gonna bring the racket.
I was gonna act the total ass, man. But I'm like, I don't know where we going. I don't know, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what?
Hey, that's
let
what
me
part
relax.
2's from.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Oh yeah, part 2 we gonna go crazy. I'm gonna bring 100 out, 100 maybe 200 out. Yeah, just so let these niggas know how we playing.
It's like that?
Yeah, it's easy.
Okay.
Easy work.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, understanding how to make money and understanding how to keep it is 2 different things.
That's a fact.
So I feel like you had to go through that transition at one point where you learned how to make some money.
Yeah.
And then you had to learn how to keep it.
Well, I'm gonna say this. So like, I learned how to make money because, you know, growing up, my auntie, my granny, they was working 2 jobs. They was always, you know, teaching us the value, teaching us the importance of, you know, making something happen, you know what I'm saying? And having that hard work ethic and things of that nature. So making money was like mandatory. And it was easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just gotta work. You gotta be a hard worker. Yeah.
Got you.
Now the keeping money part, for me, I don't know, man. That shit was natural. I was a natural born stacker.
Got
you.
Sure. Got you.
Because, you know, I was doing things that I was at a young age that I ain't had no business doing. And so it's like when you doing shit that you're not supposed to be doing at 14 years old, but you making a fuck ton of money, you can't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you like, at a young age, I was able to comprehend that shit. It's like, all right, if I see what's going on, so do I want to be one of these niggas? Do I want to be one of the niggas that the neighborhood know for doing this and now everybody know he's the young hot nigga? Or do I want to be the nigga still getting his money but still in school, still doing what he needs to do? Because, you know, I don't want my mama, granny, I don't want nobody to know nothing.
Got you.
So when you don't want nobody to know shit, you can only stack it anyway because you can't spend it.
Wow.
You might go to the store, like we was stealing from the store and shit anyway, but you might go to the store and buy candy. Because I was a little fat nigga, so you might just OD on candy. That's it. But ain't nobody checking for candy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
ain't no big deal.
Yeah, like nobody really on that shit. So it's like you straight on that. And
so you just was stacking.
Man, I was stacking. I was having shoe boxes at 15, 16, like loaded.
Really?
Loaded, for sure. Loaded. Under the mattress.
How do you stay humble in that, with that at 15?
Because you know what is crazy? Because we was actually talking about that like a little minute ago. It's like I knew to get money, but I didn't know the value of money. I didn't know that like when you 15, 16-year-old, you might got $5,000. That's a lot of money.
That's a fuck ton of money.
You know what I'm saying?
For a 15-year-old. Hell yeah.
And I did not know
to do nothing productive with
at all. And I didn't know it was a lot of money.
God.
You see what I'm saying? Because we poor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we not really, we just poor. So it's like I didn't even have no clue that what I had was a lot of money. And I was like, it'd probably been different if my people was rich or they had money. So it's like everybody talking about, no, it wasn't conversations about money. It wasn't financial literacy. It wasn't none of this type of talk.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
so it's
shit.
like I'm not even knowing. And yeah, I just didn't have a clue. I just knew I was making money. And I was getting fucked over because my brother, the one who put me on, he put me in the game when I was 14.
Real shit.
But he was fucking me over. You know
Was
what I'm saying? Yeah, Quiz, my big brother. Like he was we started selling bud, but he was getting money, you know what I'm saying? And so what it was is like the nigga, like, so say you would buy an ounce, right?
Yeah.
And let's say back then, let's say an ounce was $1.20 or some dumb shit, right?
Yeah.
What the nigga would do is he would sell me the ounce for the $1.20.
Right.
Like he'll make his whole entire profit off of me,
you
type shit.
Not knowing
type shit, because I don't know nothing
about the money.
But somehow, and so he like, boom, like if he bought that bitch for 60 and was supposed to make 120 type shit, he made that whole shit off of me type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, damn. And then
how long did it take?
It took me a couple months
Real shit.
to understand that. What
Real
he was doing.
shit.
But the only reason why I even realized it, because I was still somehow making some type of profit.
Really?
And so I was able to, my other brother, Chris, he told me, he like, man, big brother doing you wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Dirty.
Yeah, so like, man, them joints going for 60 and you supposed to make $1.20 off of this shit. Wow. But this nigga doing is selling me the whole thing for 120. And I'm still making a profit off this shit somehow.
Cause you hustling.
Yeah, I'm hustling. I'm in school hustling. Like
Real
I'm on some nut shit, but I was getting it done, and then it was over with. But that is still hustling me. For me, I always think about that shit and be like, ignorance is bliss. Yeah. Because if you don't really know,
you don't know.
You don't know.
And you cool with it.
And you cool with it.
Absolutely.
And you gonna keep going. It's like, all right, I know I gave this nigga 120. But I'm about to still make something off this bitch. I'm gonna make even if I only make 180 or 190, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still about to make something off this bitch.
And you in the game.
Exactly.
Real shit. And cause you 15.
Exactly.
You like, I'm trying to be in the game.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so
Real
I'm like,
shit.
yeah.
So when 16 and 17 came around and you really getting money now.
Oh yeah.
What was could you trust people? Cause this is your closest people.
Yeah, because I never looked like, the thing with trust to me is like, right now in this world, everybody, if you look on social media and shit's like, don't trust nobody. Right. Fuck the world, you can't trust. I don't believe that. I don't subscribe to that. I believe you can trust people. I believe you just can't trust untrustworthy people.
Right.
There's people in this world who have pure, genuine hearts. Absolutely. And if you surround yourself with those people, then you can trust your entire circle.
Wow.
If you surround yourself with scumbags and losers and failures and niggas who have no moral compass and niggas who don't stand for nothing, who have no integrity, yeah, you're gonna be fucked over. You're gonna be hurt a lot. You're gonna be feeling like that. You know what I mean? But so to answer that question, it's like my brother got over on me, but he was a young nigga too.
Right.
He was only like a year or two older than me. So it's like he just doing what he gotta do. So I didn't hold that against him.
Real shit.
And then, and the fact that I was still making money, that instilled in me self-confidence. Cause like, oh nigga, you really that nigga with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like nigga, I'm finding out what it is. Yeah. And then once my brother like, let's get a different plug, and we got a different plug. And that's when we started eating, like eating, nigga. And then once I got like, cause the whole reason why I was even doing that is cause I wasn't old enough to work.
Gotcha.
So you gotta remember, 14 years old, you're not old enough to work. You do summer jobs and you make your little bullshit money, and then that's the money that you start off in the game with. But once I was able to work, my whole thing was, okay, work, get a job and hustle. Get the job, because now Granny don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Granny just know you going to work every day.
So you was always in the back of your mind.
Always. This the thing that separated me from a lot of niggas. I never wanted to be known as that drug dealer. I never wanted that in life ever. I wanted to be a lawyer.
Wow.
Yeah, I never wanted to be known as that ever. I was going out my way to never be seen in that light, to never get caught. I always said, when niggas, I call my felony, but we always call them an F, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. to me, that stood for failure. I said, if you catch an F, you's a failure. You's a loser at your craft, nigga. You got caught because you know what I mean? That was always my mindset. And then once I got knocked, and I'm like, okay, nah, it's because sometimes they cheat. They throw a rat in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Take us to that when you finally got caught up, because it was going.
Yeah, it was going. But see, the thing was, I think a lot of times the reason why we get caught is we switch a lane. Like we get into other shit. So my first felony is for aggravated robbery.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and with criminal tools and shit. And so.
And that wasn't even the hustle you got.
Yeah, like I was
going.
Exactly. Like I was making a lot of money doing that, but like I was never like I don't believe in stealing from people. I don't believe in robbing people. I've never kicked nobody door in. Not as far as like to steal nothing from nobody. I've never backdoored nobody. I've never robbed from nobody. None of that. We was robbing businesses. So we are breaking Dollar Tree. We are breaking Dollar General. We're breaking
allegedly.
No, I got caught for it. Fuck it. No, yeah, it is what it is. So you know what I'm saying? Like we got knocked. And so but the last one was one that's kind of fucked up. So I ain't gonna say it, but why I got knocked. But you know, the nigga ratted on me. It was a whole big thing, and yeah, it was terrible. Really? And so and when they caught me, I was like, you know, fuck it, it is what it is. But yeah, that was the whole thing. It's like I felt sick. I'm like, damn, I'm in jail. Like the fuck, this corny as fuck. Like why? Like this nigga really ratted on me. Like the worst thing when a nigga tell on you is like, if a nigga was with it, even if a nigga agreed to anything that you were about to do, and then he tell on you when it go bad. Ah man, that stung me. Like that was like, damn, but that's why I say like I never even put that into the equation of like, oh, that's why niggas is getting caught. So you see what I'm saying? My thing was like, no, if you get knocked, niggas, because you don't know what you doing. Yeah, you slipping, you lacking, you fucking up.
Yeah, no,
not always.
Have nothing to do with you.
You could be on your P's, nigga. You could be the coldest nigga, and you run into a rat. You see what I'm saying? So.
And how common is that? I mean, I definitely understand, but just for the people, how common is that in the streets?
Every day. That's the most common thing in the world.
Literally.
That's part of the game. Damn. That's it. If you see, number one, I tell niggas this: if you about to be in a dope game or anything like this, you're dumb. Like realistically, you're dumb. If you've been, I'm gonna say this: if you've been hustling for over 20 years and you've been hustling over 10, 15 years and you don't have $1 million, quit. You're a loser. It's over. You failed. You're a failure at the game. It's not for you. It's over. You suck. I mean, it just is what it is. You know, you shouldn't be in the game this long with nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, I know there's niggas out there who like that, and I don't want to shit on none of y'all niggas because I respect and love all y'all niggas, I understand. But the reality of it is, go get a job, nigga. You putting your life on the line for nothing, nigga. You gave 20 years of your life to this shit. You have nothing. You are a loser. And you have to look in the mirror and say, bro, you are a loser. Like, you got to say this to yourself. And you can change it. Like, you ain't got to stay a loser. You can turn it around and become a winner. This ain't for you. And that's a good thing, because you shouldn't be committing crimes anyway. Unless you really about to do what needs to be done, quit doing that shit. It's over with. You're not gonna, you haven't succeeded in it. It's a few of us that's chosen that's gonna be able to say, nigga, I'm really up an M. I really throw 100,000. I really can do this. I really going through sacks and having my way. I'm really jeweled up. There's a select few of us that can say that. I'm really buying Porsches in Miami. I'm really doing this shit. Everybody can't say that shit. Most niggas, the reality is, we all know niggas who selling drugs. We all know niggas who doing this and the third. Look at them niggas. They are still living very mediocre. They still living in the hood. They still living in the projects, and they've been there their whole entire life. They still don't have nothing real to show.
And they don't want to be there. Don't let them lie to you. Because motherfuckers be acting like they want to be in the hood all day. No, you got to be there.
They got to be there. You not in the position to get on some next level shit. So, you know, that's why it's like, man, I just tell niggas, bro, get out the streets, learn how to find a trade, you know, figure out something else, figure out a craft, a different hustle, a different lane. if you had that real dedication towards something that can, be profitable, be something real. At the end of the day, if crimes wasn't illegal, then I'd say go for it. Continue to do whatever because it's not hurting nobody. But you literally putting your freedom on the line for no money, for no real reward. It's supposed to be risk equals reward. Nigga, you're not making nothing. You're not successful. The feds ain't on you, nigga. You ain't big time. You ain't got nothing going on. You a small fry for 20 years. You should understand that. That's like if I was playing ball for 20 years and I never amounted to nothing, not even to the fucking G League, not even to overseas, not nothing. I'm not that. I gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta figure it out. And the only time I might give a nigga a pass is if they in jail. Mm-hmm. Now, like say you've been hustling for 5 years and then you catch a bid. And then you get out and you just did 5, you get out and you get back to it. Mm-hmm. If you ain't changed your life and you still want to be in the game, okay, I respect it. Mm-hmm. I can't call, because it happens, niggas get jammed up. And like I said, you might have got ratted on anything. Right. You might have been really that nigga or on your way to a high position, but niggas fucked you over. So I understand that, I can excuse that. But if you a nigga who ain't been in jail, and I ain't talking about for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I'm talking about if you ain't a nigga who really did some real time, you've been out here this whole time and you ain't hit no heights, that's when you have to be honest with yourself and say, yo, bro, this is not for me. A lot of niggas, I want to address this too, because this is a real serious problem. It's okay to work a 9 to 5. Yeah. A lot of niggas feel embarrassed that they never reached the height. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's hard for them to let it go because now everybody know them as the nigga who was trapping in the hood. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard for them to make the transition. Yeah, to be like, okay, now we know him as the kid that's serving us fries at Burger King. Right. There's no shame in that shit. Maybe that shit at Burger King gonna help you elevate you today. Today you mopping floors, next week is the fries, and then after that you might get to be a manager, and then after that you might own a franchise. Like maybe this is what you'll succeed in 5 years, 3 to 5 years, versus a 20-year death sentence on the block where you could get killed, you could get robbed, you can get put in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do that? Because you embarrassed? It's more embarrassing for a nigga like me to ride through the block when I come and visit Cleveland and see you still here with nothing. You have nothing. Yeah. I just saw you 10 years ago. You got nothing. And when you saw me 10 years ago, I was pulling up Jag. You know what I'm saying? And now when you see me, you got to come visit me in Miami. I'm pulling up Porsche and Slingshot. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like some of us are going to elevate. Yeah. You know what I mean? Others will not. And there's no shame in it. The only problem is when you choose to stick with this shit that you should not be doing. It's a death sentence. You hurting yourself. You hurting your loved ones. If you have children, you hurting your kids. Leave that shit alone and switch it out. Ain't no shame in it.
So do you have these self-talks with yourself?
Yeah, I'm very self-aware and reflective for sure.
I can tell.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I had these conversations.
Like for sure. Like I talk to myself all the time. I say I'm my best friend.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like for sure, because if you can't talk to yourself, you're not gonna be able to build. You're not gonna be able to plan. A lot of people don't know how to even sit with themselves. A lot of people can't look themselves in the mirror. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people can't look you eye to eye when they talk because they don't know themselves. Exactly. They don't know who they trying to be. They trying to be something else. They trying to figure out who do this guy want me to be. Like, no.
Today.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck
like, damn, that's a lot of energy.
Yeah, like, bro, just be you. Just be yourself and be cool. Like, but a lot of people, they don't know how to live with themselves, unfortunately. So, but me, I'm very comfortable with myself. I've been like that since a kid. Like, it's very odd. Like, I've literally always been like that, though. Wow. So it's like, yeah, man, I don't mind being alone. I don't mind, solitude to myself. That's when I do a lot of my planning, plotting, and creating. Yeah, for sure.
And then setting the plan in motion.
For sure.
It may take others, but that seed has to be sown and developed by yourself.
Exactly.
I'm the same way.
I'm the coach, so I put my players in position, and everybody that work for me, everybody that get money with me, they rely on me and expect me to make sure I play my leadership role correctly, and I do. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can't do that unless you really truly know yourself.
Yeah,
That's what I believe.
I agree.
Yeah.
I fully agree. I want to talk about one thing, and I'm gonna get to some things my boy Haber gave me. But one thing I specifically want to talk about, man, up the way niggas just getting money. Like
That's a fact. That's a fact.
What is it up there? Is it in the water?
Man,
like what is it up there?
Man, you know what it is, bro? It's like
it's a whole demeanor, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's a whole demeanor.
Listen, man, niggas from up the way have the best, like, like we have the best vision of luxury from a
real
hood.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see real shit.
It's like we don't like
hood luxury.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
Because
it's
like when I really look at all the other hoods and shit, like if I'm just talking specifically from Cleveland, like when I was going, and I don't know, I feel like I ain't gonna say it's fairly new, but I feel like, I don't know, like maybe 40, 50 years ago, that shit went around. I don't know, I wasn't here, but it's like, I feel like we kind of helped with that. Like, and niggas that's maybe a little older than me, and you know what I mean? But it's like niggas in this generation, because when I was growing up, I didn't really see too many fly niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't. I was born in the Garden Valley Projects. Like, that's where my granny and everything from. And then we moved when I was very little, up the way on Benwood, 131st.
Gotcha.
And, we wasn't seeing a lot of fly shit like that. So I don't know when it happened, but, like I always say, my OGs is like Jay-Z and AZ and Nas. Like, them are niggas who I got game from. You know what I'm saying? Because the niggas who was around, the older niggas who was around was losers. You know what I'm saying? And me and my brother Chris, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and my brother Chris, we'd be sitting on the porch and on some young nigga shit and just looking at this shit like, look at these niggas. Like, we don't want to live like this. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to end up like this, and we can't do it. And so, and he really put me on to Jay-Z and all this shit. Like, he was so musically inclined, and he had all the CDs and shit that I couldn't afford, and like on the very young nigga side. And he just hit me to all this shit, and it leveled my mindset all the way up.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? This nigga talking about 4.6 Range Rovers and shit. What the fuck is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just all this
just
fly crazy.
Yeah, but it's the newest shit.
Type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, and all of that type of shit, it helped with cultivating a culture up the way. I feel like maybe all of us was on that shit at a point, because
hustle.
them niggas, man.
Yeah.
In the city, niggas from the hood, I'm telling you, like, up the way niggas got it. Like,
it was like y'all could almost see it.
Facts.
And it was like, we right there, but we still, you know what I'm saying? Just as, because my grandparents stayed over there, so it was just like, every time I go over there, it's just like, they just hustling, it's just some hustling, or you gonna see a nigga from up the way, down the way, getting some money,
some money shit,
pulling
up
like,
some nice shit,
and pulling up with some nice shit, like. So I always want to ask the upper way nigga that question.
Yeah, my big brother, he like, he was like a god with that shit, cause like one of my things was like, I never wanted to hustle on Benwood. Like, I'm from Benwood. I never wanted to hustle on Benwood. I was always very.
That's what I think what it is. Yeah, like, y'all move around.
Exactly.
Like, y'all not gonna stay in one block. Exactly. Y'all gonna get some money over here, over there. I feel that. Niggas maybe a lot of y'all want to stay in school and like.
Yeah. Try to do both as much as you can.
Well, at least keep the feds off.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. To me, if I would have did it, that's logically the best way to do it. Yeah. Like, go to school. Cause what the fuck? I'm in school all day. What you think I'm doing?
Exactly.
Like,
and it's so much. It's so much money in school. Yes. Like, I remember the
kids gotta go there every day.
I remember my cause I was voted class clown in school, cause I was like the silly nigga, and like I was like the talented nigga. So I was the rapper, the actor. I was winning awards for like plays. I was running awards for law shit. I was doing all that, and like, but I was always just acting crazy, acting a fool, like on some silly shit. But I was very talented, and they all seen it and recognized it and wanted the best for me. And then I remember they found out that I was selling weed and shit in the school, And it was really like something out of a fucking like television show, because they had, you know, they had got me in the room and shit, like my teacher, Miss Hoskins, and like my friends and shit. And they got me in the room like, yo, you can't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna ruin your life. You're gonna ruin your chance at law school. You're gonna, you can't do this. I'm like, all right. And if you keep doing this, we're not gonna be able to. I'm like, okay. And so I'm like, I'm done. Not, you know what I'm saying? But like, oh, I told him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with this shit. And like, I just never forget that shit, because that was some real shit. Like, I appreciate them for that, but you know, it was at the end of the day. But you know, a big reason why I don't hustle on Benwood is because I just never wanted to get caught. I never wanted again my people to know.
Right.
And I that was just never one of my. I put it like this. Like I was saying, like my brother, he was like a god over there, because he was that nigga when it came to getting that money, especially on the young nigga side. Like that nigga was having it, you know what I'm saying? Because he was ruthless, like he was relentless. He's out there every day. He buying dope boy trucks. He really was having his way on some young nigga shit. But the thing about him was he was hot as fuck. So what happens is, and this is what I learned, and this is some game that y'all might can take, like if you in the streets hustling. This is something that I picked up on very early, because I always said I want to do shit the opposite of how my brother did it. Because the boys was on this nigga ass. He had undies he was serving to. They was clocking him crazy. Our neighbors, who are like our family on our street, Benwood, they tired of seeing this little nigga, you know what I'm saying? So they calling the cops on him, like it's hectic. And so my thing was, I learned very quickly the way to move is like this. If you are hustling, and try not to do it where you from, try not to do it on your street. I know it's hard it's easy to walk outside and sell some jump out there. You know what I'm saying? Up and down the street. That's easy. If you a real hustler and you really about to put some work in this shit, show me you could do this shit OT. I bust down Illyria. I was king out there in them jets, like for sure. This years and years and years ago.
Because this is where it's really at.
Yeah, like
the small towns.
I'm trying to tell you. And I came up on that bitch on a fucking humble, fucking with a bitch. But so at the end of the day, it's like when you out the way and you making your money, niggas might see you and hear about you, but you're not bothering them. You're not in their way. You see what I'm saying? So when you come back, it's gonna be so much love, because all they know is family. All they know is like, oh, that's little Casa growing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's love, it's hugs, it's everybody.
And you're not taking over
You ain't taking nobody, you ain't stepping on no toes, you ain't got nothing to do with it. So you just showing love. And you showing them love because you genuinely love these people you grew up with, and they showing you love because it's genuine love. They grew up with you, and there's no ego about it. Yeah. And even as you ascend to these heights, they are proud of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they like, damn, he doing this thing. Right. Versus if you just there every day in their face, at first it might be cool, but if you really a fucking hustler, you about to start cleaning up and eating all this shit. Now you become food before you become food, you become an annoyance. Yeah. You like, damn, this nigga taking over everything. This nigga stepping on our toes. And then after a while, you become food to these niggas. Now I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck this nigga. Yeah, I gotta get him up out of here. I need what he got. I'm about to. So.
And you was running it up.
Yeah.
Too. So.
Yeah, it would have been nasty for me.
It would have been nasty.
Yeah, I remember my brother. I came back to the city one time, and I had bought me like this dope boy Suburban. I used to love that truck, that big ass truck. And he was like, bro, let's just do this shit together. Like, I'll never forget that conversation. We was on Kinsman. He was like, bro, let's just do this shit together. Nigga, me and you brothers, and we could do. I'm like, no, bro, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I told him like I think about it, but I'm like, I can't do it because the way you hustle ain't the way I hustle at all.
Yeah, like I got this on lock.
Yeah, like I'm quiet. Like I don't want nobody to know nothing I'm doing. Like even with my rap lyrics, it's like now I talk a certain way. Now niggas know certain things, but it's like that's because once it is what it is, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get caught, once you go to jail, once you know certain things is out. Like my grandma's nickname for me is her undercover criminal. You know what I'm saying? That's her fucking
I feel you.
because of the nickname for me because it's like for the longest, it's like I know you doing something, but maybe not. You know, that's my baby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then once she really found out what was going on, you know, Granny
She was
don't
like,
love
I
you.
knew.
Yeah, type shit, you know, because they always know.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So, but she loved me to death. That's my baby. So she got me, but it's like that nickname was always funny because, you know, they know. But that was my whole goal. Like, stay away from Benwood, go on and get to your bread somewhere else type shit.
Real shit.
I don't want to be in nobody's way.
You was giving away $250 a week?
Yeah, that's what we on now. That's what we on now. So what's about to happen is I was like, damn, man. So I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. So what it is like I want to make sure that I can grow, and I want to make sure I want to raise awareness. I want to make sure people get hip to what I got going on. You know what I'm saying, with the music and everything like that. I know a lot of niggas wouldn't even tell them the whole real, but this is the whole real. Like, I want niggas to get hip to what I'm doing because, you know, I want to make sure I'm doing my dreams. I want to make sure I'm doing that. So, you know, this is the
marketing strategy.
Exactly. Like,
Real
I want to
shit.
make sure that I put this out and I want to help others. Like, that's my main goal. Like, my main goal is to give back. And, you know, like I said, like the other day, for example, when I just landed, what was that, 2 days ago? And when I landed, I caught an Uber straight to Saks and I went shopping. That's like $2,500. And so, like, there was a lady in front of me and shit. And, you know, I don't want to put her business out there, but something was going on or whatever. So I'm like, they let me go and I'm buying my shit. And I see, and I remember they was talking about her son's birthday. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she was out here. It's like, there's a lot of bread for them to be even trying to spend to get him an outfit. Yeah. And so I'm like, once I seen what was going on at the register and they let me go, I'm like, I'm telling my nigga, like, hey, add that on there. It's like I got two sales reps at Saks that I fuck with. One is Cash, I fuck with him heavy. The other one, I every time I keep forgetting his nickname, so I don't want to call him by the government. But I fuck with them heavy, and so I just text him like I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? And so when I told him, I'm like, give me that shirt too. He's like, oh, okay, bet. Like, he about to go and get it for me. I'm like, no, just put that on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to ice his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Real
so,
shit.
And the thing is, and little dude like, and the mother like, huh? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And he like, what the fuck? Like, damn. And so I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm like, this is, oh yeah, it was.
What kind of shirt was it?
It was a Casablanca shirt. So, you know what I mean? One of them, you know, that fly shit, that's the only type of shit I'll be fucking with. And I was like, damn, that's a good look for young nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So, but I do that shit all the time.
Really?
And like, even when, like, cause I put it on my story, and I wasn't even gonna put it on my story. I only put it on my story cause Haber told me to. He like, man, you gotta stop being so modest with it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, let these niggas know what you be doing, man. People gotta know what you do. Like, you do that shit out the kindness of your heart, but people need to know, you know, what you're doing. And when I say I do that shit all the time for black mothers, I done iced out hundreds on groceries. I done iced out thousands for people in the line when I see is a black mother, black grandmother. Yeah. Easily. I'm talking about Walgreens, motherfucking Walmart, you know, dealers, whatever the fuck, like whatever it is, I'ma ice it if I see you need that help. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I am. It's like the way I am is like, I don't like people asking me for money, you know, because especially grown ass people who are well bodied, right. You know what I'm saying, able. I got shot, so it's like I got shot in the spine. I was paralyzed. You know what I mean? So it's like, nigga, you shouldn't even be asking me for money either. I should be asking you niggas for money. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, nigga, how did I get shot and I'm still out hustling you niggas?
At what point in time did that happen for you?
That happened January 6, 2016. Yeah. Damn. So it's like, my thing is, there's never, and I mean paralyzed, like, nigga can't feel nothing, like you're done. Like, they say you'll never walk again. Like, the odds of you walking again is slim to none. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this surgery, this line of surgeries that we're about to do, if this doesn't work, you're cooked. It's over with, nigga. It's over with. So
in your 20s?
Yeah. So it's like that would have been a nasty little, you know. I'm ageless, by the way. I don't believe in age, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, for sure. But I was like, man, that was a sick time for me. Like, so my thing is like, if I'm a nigga who got shot, was paralyzed, you know, bullet fragments in my spine, learn how to walk. How the fuck is you? I'm technically supposed to be somewhere on SSI or whatever they call it. Like I should be that nigga.
Government assistance.
Yeah, for real. Like I should be laid up somewhere, like the whole shebang. But instead, I'm out here hustling, and you niggas is asking me for money. I don't like that shit. But what I like to do is give from my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to help people out when I see fit. So it's like a lot of time motherfuckers ask me for money, I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I got an attitude with it. Like, why is your grown ass asking me for money?
Yeah.
But I like to help out others. And
absolutely.
You know, that's a big reason why we trying to do this giveaway now.
Real shit. Now, I see the bottle over there.
Yeah, Champagne Circle.
Champagne and Cristal, man.
Circle. You know what I'm saying? This is the Don P. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Don P sipper, Ace of Spades sipper. I used to do Cristal heavy, but they're racist. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. But actually, now I ain't gonna even, you know, I'm gonna just say they don't want us drinking their shit.
Facts.
You know,
so what was it like traveling and selling and doing all of this, but outside of your own city though?
It was fun. It was awesome. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
the smart way to
it was smart. It was smart and dumb. Cause it's like you take a risk going into some other nigga's hood. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And I didn't even, like when I got out there, I was busting down the Leary. And when I got out there, I didn't even realize what it was. When I was going to see this broad, I didn't even realize I was in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't realize.
It's completely different.
Yeah, like a lot different. And this, like I said, this was like nigga 2000. So I was like a young nigga. Like this was 2011, maybe 2010, 11, some shit like that. I'm like super young nigga side. So I'm like confused going out there, going to see this little chick, pretty bad little light-skinned bitch. And I'm like, man, fuck it. And I had a bitch though. So I'm like, the only reason why I realized where I was at, because it was nighttime, my bitch was calling me. So I'm upstairs with her, and I'm like, man, let me go take this call. So I go downstairs to my truck, and as I'm on the phone, I'm like, what the fuck? So I hang up with her, and my nigga called me, and I'm just looking, I'm seeing like a note. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I just get to looking around, and I got like, damn, I got annoyed because I'm like, fuck. I'm like, no, this is a project.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's giving me project vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, once you start looking.
Yeah. I'm like, cause you know, at first you ain't really.
It's like a country.
Yeah. Like,
so it's like
this
trees and
different.
shit.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So then a motherfucker asked me for some pills and shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
they do them a lot.
Yeah, like that, bruh. And like when I say nobody was hip to pills. Yeah. Niggas is hip now. Niggas was not on that shit back then. Niggas was on X. That's all they was on.
Real shit.
Niggas was selling ecstasy, popping ecstasy. Niggas was not on perks and Xans and all this shit like that. They was not on oxy. They was not doing none of this shit. So I got hip to that shit and I started booming and bunking and shit like crazy. And Elyria was the perfect hub for that shit. And there was so many white people in these projects and shit like that. And I was killing them. And like I always tell niggas, bro, when Future dropped, he changed my life. Really? Yes. Why? Shout out to Future, because he started talking about them pills. Future started talking about pills, and the world changed for me. Because now everybody wants pills. Yeah. It was over. I'm like, he made it cool for niggas. I'm like, man, niggas will never understand. See what I'm saying? Like, niggas will never understand how like, that right there, I always knew music was the cool, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that nigga showed me the true power of I could change this whole fucking landscape with a song. Yo, this nigga was making these songs and niggas was like, they knew I had the shit. So they was hitting my line. They literally from the song, they was like, please, niggas wanna do this shit. Not just Molly Percocet, but joints before that. Like way before that. Like, nigga, he was talking that shit. Like he was talking
absolutely.
that shit.
Since he came out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like he was on it and he got them niggas on it. And I'm like, okay, let's do it.
That's the difference, man. Shout out to Elyria, but that's the difference of them little towns.
I'm telling you.
Because you're going to still be in some type of ghetto hood,
Facts.
but it's gonna be so many more white people.
Facts. And if you got what they
so
need, and you could,
and they gonna be so drugged out, y'all. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
And
anyway,
I don't want to, because I got love for them. Like I said, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
Them niggas probably don't, but them niggas is gonna pay.
Yeah.
So it's like you ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Like
because they go to work every day.
See what I'm saying? Like I respect that part of it. Like
Facts.
niggas who ain't got no money,
oh, they
but
active
drugs
with it.
is
Yeah.
different, man. I don't like.
And that's
that.
the city.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
the difference between being out of the cities and being in the city. It's no money here.
Exactly.
But it's money out. They have to go to work every day.
It's money everywhere. Wow. It's just niggas ain't trying to go out and get it.
Yeah.
So,
I see you got some nice teeth, man. Like, do you have a
Not like that. No, that's good though. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. I wanna say like thank you first off. And I'm gonna say, yeah, I just I try my best to take care of my teeth. My smile is important to me. I feel like people need to smile, and I've always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Like smile more. Like, man, don't be walking around with a mean mug. And I tend to feel like everybody looks better with a smile on, especially when, you take care of your teeth and your shit. And, I think that one thing I was just having a conversation with Haybert about was grown men who don't use an electric toothbrush. I think that's childish. And he got all over me. I think that's just the most childish thing. I said, how you still brushing your teeth like a kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you still doing this, man? This is over with, man. This is done. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be a grown up. Yeah, like it's time, man. It's time.
We gotta vibrate.
Grown men need to, yeah, man. Like grown men and women need an electric toothbrush. That's just how it's supposed to be at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like
I respect it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm telling you, like if you want to take real care of your mouth and you want to really make sure that you get the best out of it, man, get a real toothbrush. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like as a kid, I could understand it. If it's, and I'm gonna tell you too, like when I was in jail, when you go to jail, they give you those little flimsy ass, small ass toothbrushes and shit. Unless you probably get something off commissary, but like they give you that little weak ass toothbrush and shit. When you get out of jail and you go home, that's you using the same type of toothbrush. You know what I'm saying? So get a real toothbrush. Take some pride in your teeth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know the vibe. So like take care of your shit. Have some real pride in your mouth, and it might cost a little bit, but it don't cost. It don't cost too much to get it, and them bitches last, and then you just keep switching out the tops. You know what I'm saying? They had a thing you switch out the tops every 6 months. So
gotta learn the whole play, y'all.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
it ain't just
man.
Buying the machine every time. You just pop it off.
Pop the top off.
Pop it
Boom.
off.
They do the refill joints, man. I'm telling you, you have $1 million smile.
Okay, let's do 3 more if we can.
Okay, 3 more.
Perks of having an obedient woman and how to make a woman obedient.
Okay, that's 1. 2 is I'm asking, what's the most expensive thing you ever bought? I gotta ask that shit.
Okay.
And then give me the 3rd one.
Tie that with the biggest bought, but tie that also with the biggest waste of money as well.
Got you.
And I'll have another one shortly.
Bet.
3, 2, 1, back in.
What has the biggest thing you've ever purchased?
The biggest thing I ever purchased, like most expensive type of shit. I don't know. It'll probably be my Porsche Boxster.
Which value that?
See, how much was that when I bought it? Because I cashed out on it. It was like around 70.
Damn.
Like around 70.
Cash.
Yeah, cash. Yeah, cash.
They gonna send a note in the mail.
Yeah, it's
Come
over
on.
with.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it's yours.
Mine.
Ooh.
Own it. Yeah,
Ooh,
own it. Keys, title,
Ooh.
the whole shebang.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
What's the
and I'm selling it now though. So
really?
Yeah, I'm selling it because right now I got it in Miami on like the website, Turo, things of that nature, so people can rent it out.
Real shit.
And now that the miles
Getting
is
money
kinda
from it
going
already.
up, yeah, I've been getting money for it. Man, I bought that in 2020, So
So you just
now I
know how to
wanna,
flip your
yeah,
money.
for sure,
Got
for
you.
sure,
Got
yeah,
you. So you
everything.
got your money from that,
Yeah,
almost basically.
Yeah, no, I ain't made that
7
back for
bands.
sure. Yeah, I ain't even lie to you, cause I ain't, I
I
don't
wondered
do
how
that
much
shit.
you can make off Toro though.
No, I make a bag though. You
Okay.
definitely make a big
For
bag
sure,
though,
for
but
sure.
yeah, I ain't put it up like when I first bought it, I just
You
was
drive.
living like like I'm not thinking about that shit. But then, I be on road so much that it's like it's just sitting there. Yeah, so it's like, all right, let me go ahead and boom, throw this up there, and then have my people that's there make sure that everything cool while I'm out, and then just keep doing it like that. Yeah, so I probably start posting that bitch up like maybe a year ago or so, and maybe a year and a half ago I want to say, and and it's good. It's good extra income for sure.
Yeah.
So I'll encourage anybody, like, if you could even go buy cars. You can go buy, like, cause I don't know what it is in Cleveland, but in Miami and like Atlanta, spots like that, Toro, all these type, they go. So, and if you buy like a nice little, you can buy like a little nice Nissan, a little Hyundai, Sonata, something. Uh, just make sure that bitch is nice and clean. It don't gotta be like nothing new, crazy. It could be a fucking, 2006 or some shit. But as long as it's clean and dry, and put that bitch on Turo for like $40, $50 a day, that bitch gonna go.
Really?
That bitch gonna go.
Really
And then
shit.
especially if it's just like, boom, you bought that bitch at an auction or something.
Right.
This is game for real.
Right.
Like this a
Buy it
flip
low.
hustle. Buy it at a little auction. They might want 2 bands for it, 3 bands. Take that shit, keep flipping that shit. You can make that money quick
back.
if you got it in the right city, the right place. Yeah, for sure.
Now, you getting money.
Yes.
You gonna have women around. You gonna
Yes.
have, a lot of women,
Yes.
especially with. Oh yeah, the biggest goddamn. What's the worst thing you ever bought? You was like, damn, why did I spend this money on this?
Like the worst thing I ever
Purchased.
No, I'm gonna say the worst thing I ever invested in or put some money in was an artist.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the absolute worst thing on planet Earth ever. Like, so when I first really hit the music scene in the city where people was actually getting hip to what we was doing, it was with Shank. Shank is my family.
That was one of our first interviews, actually. We can pause, Nick. What the fuck is you saying?
Put it on me. Oh, okay. So like, Shank, that's my family.
Shout out
so
Shank.
yeah, like
Still got heavy
when
love for
he
him.
fucking when we was doing our thing first coming up, it was going, and he just took off. So we was just turned up, and we end up coming up with something called 100. And so at the original, like, 100 was me, Shank, our guy OJ, and Dre Prada. That was really like 100 at the time, and like what we would consider 100. And not everybody rapped, only me, Shank, and OJ rapped. And so that was just like what we called ourselves essentially. But so years went by and everything, and then me and my guy at the time, my right hand guy at the time, we was like, man, you know what? We don't feel like we getting enough respect on what we're doing. We're making money, we're investing into people, we doing this, that, and the third, but it's like they showing more love to everybody else but us. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. And we was feeling shunned about that shit. Like, we wasn't feeling it. So we like, man, let's do our own thing. Let's just do our own thing. We like, bet. And we trying to figure out what we gonna call it. So it's all right, we'll call it 100. You know what I'm saying? We already kind of built that. And so we made it an actual label, got the paperwork behind it, just made everything official. And then we started working with an artist, and this kid was, he's a talented kid, you know what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, he was a snake. And he moved terrible, you know what I'm saying, like, he moved awful. And when I say we spent thousands upon thousands, tens, hundreds maybe, like we spent thousands on this kid. From he was living in his basement at his mama's house, you know what I'm saying. We moved him into my nigga crib, got him like studio set up. We bought everything you can imagine for him, like the whole studio set up, all new shit. I would buy, he liked to drink and shit, he produced and all this shit. I was writing a lot of rhymes for him, and he was, drinking. I would buy Hennessy every day.
Damn.
I was buying rosé every day. I was the champagne nigga, so I drink 2 rosés a day on some nut shit. Like I drink a whole bottle of rosé and then just drink a half one and get that bitch away. Like we were just young niggas getting money on some, you know what I'm saying, whatever shit. And but that we was so tired. We was doing joints with Zaytoven and Drummer Boy back then, you know what I'm saying? And we taking this nigga
Really
to
investing.
Atlanta. Yeah, bro, like we spending money on all of this shit, on jewelry, fucking clothing, everything. Like we like, nigga, this is like
Building
our
them.
son. Like we
Yeah.
really building him. Like he was essentially me and my right-hand man at the time. He was like us, like a combination of us. You know what I'm saying? So, and we had got him on a joint with MGK. Like it was going. Like we was having meetings with record labels. It was going. But me and my business partner being so solid and loyal, we thinking niggas move like us. We ain't even had a nigga, we ain't writing nothing on paper. We just, little bro, we got you. And he just snaked the fuck out of everybody. And we just, called it a day. And a whole lot of shit happened, but we ain't gonna get into that. But at the end of the day, it's like that, and I ain't got nothing against the kid now, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like that is the worst thing you could ever do is invest in an artist. Unless you got some real strong paperwork, and at least and then you gotta have some long paper, because all artists out there, so this shit is not, I'm an artist. This shit is not guaranteed. I might not never make it to where I want to be as an artist. You might not never make it to where you want to be as an artist, but you are going to spend thousands of dollars pursuing your dream if you're taking it seriously. You are going to, have sleepless nights. You're going to do a lot of that shit, and it might not work out for you. It's cool. Just keep chasing your dreams. So we don't want to deter niggas from chasing your dream unless you suck and you shouldn't be doing it. But at the end of the day, it's like you're going to spend a lot of money. Now imagine that you doing that for you and other artists, and this guy right here, you putting the most into, and then the nigga just snake you. And I don't know what became of him or nothing like that, but at the end of the day, it's like, it after we stopped putting our bread into him, it was over with. But I lost a lot of fucking money, like a lot of money. So
we know you in Miami, right?
Facts.
Getting money.
Facts.
We know there's women around. We know women can be assets. How is a woman to be obedient, or how can a woman be obedient to become an asset?
I know where you're going. So I'm gonna say it like this, right? So women are the best thing, right? I love women. Women are incredible. And at the end of the day, we gotta love our women. Like that's great. But the thing about it is our women have to be a certain caliber. They have to be a certain way. Now, a lot of these men today are simps. You know what I'm saying? They simps and they suckers, and they will let a woman walk all over them. A woman around me, she has to be obedient. She has to be submissive. She has to do what she's told, or she's not allowed to be around me and what I got going on.
All right.
And so the reason why that is because if you're trying to get to the next level in life, a woman can be the biggest help to you. A woman can take you from here to there without, every Obama need a Michelle. You see what I'm saying? Like, a woman is key. If you have many of them, you have many keys. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll really help you get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? And they all obedient. They all playing a role. They all helping us get to the next stage of life. Now, you can't if you're trying to really boss up, you really trying to level up, you can't be arguing with nobody. You can't have a woman that you arguing with who's argumentative, who's always It's not a way to live. It's not a way to elevate. You know what I mean? So it's very important to have a submissive, obedient woman, because she's going to be an extremely important asset on helping you reach levels and heights that you never went to. She could get in rooms that you might not be able to get into, and she can help bring you into those rooms. You know what I'm saying? But the key is you have to be a real man and possess those leadership qualities where she even feel comfortable being led by you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like, these alpha women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into that. Like, anytime I hear a girl say I'm an alpha woman, I instantly think she's a transgender. And, you know, even if she's not, that's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? You might not be, you know what I mean? But that's what it gives off to me. Like, I don't want to fuck an alpha woman. Like, what the fuck is going on? So it's like, that's just not my kick it. So, you know, I just feel like do what you told, do what you're supposed to do, and let's rise up. Let's get to this next stage in life. Let's not try to be beefing with each other and all that dumb shit. It's unhealthy and it's unhelpful.
Yeah.
You know?
So my last and final question is, how do you build your confidence as an artist, and does having all this bread and money help?
Not as far as a man.
Oh, as a man?
Yes. So how do you build confidence, and does money build it? You know,
Gotcha.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's confidence.
Gotcha.
And Casa, make that. Think about that 1 minute clip.
Got you.
Okay. So my last question is, as a man, how do you build confidence? And does money help you build it?
Well, for me, I'm very conceited, and I was like this as a kid, and I think it's because they always was like, oh, look at this pretty light-skinned baby, and I was just, you know, that's how it's gonna be if you was a pretty kid or whatever. They gonna coddle you and tell you this as you young, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they so pretty that, and then you just get that in your head, and everybody telling, and then you become like that. So you just naturally become more confident than others. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's a good thing. Money does not help. Money does not help a man's confidence unless he's a simp.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Unless you're a simp or a trick, money do not help your confidence. Let me tell you something. If a woman loves you, she will give you every single dime. She will give you every single thing if she really fucks with you and loves you. You could be dirt poor. When I was coming up, any girl I ever dealt with, she ain't never really dealt with me when I was just dirt poor. But when I wasn't having a lot of money, they came in, and as the coach, I told them what to do. I showed them the way. I made the game plan, and it was over with. And we leveled the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking time. So if a girl don't want to do that with you, if all she looking at you as is a nigga who she can benefit off of, she can help you. You know, they talk about, oh, I ain't going 50-50 with a nigga. Bullshit, bitch. You gonna do whatever you want to do for that nigga. You gonna go 100-0 for that nigga, realistically.
Right. If you need it for now.
See what I'm saying? Like, period.
That's why I don't believe in the 50-50. Because if I need you to go 100 for right now.
See what I'm saying?
So I can get up to 100.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna have to do nothing.
And the only way that happens is if she really fuck with you. And if she don't really fuck with you, then use a simp. Why are you there? It's because you have a very low self-esteem. So you gotta build your self-esteem. You gotta work on your confidence. You can't let no woman treat you like shit or just misuse you. That's why I say, if she's not obedient, if she's not submissive, if she's not willing to do whatever the fuck you tell her to do, she don't fuck with you. Because I promise you, I could send a bitch right now. I'm driving Porsches and living on condos on the ocean, but it's a nigga out there who pushing fucking Bugattis and rapes and shit and living in multi-million-dollar mansions. I could send a joint to her right now, and she gonna bring it back to me. Wow. She gonna get everything about that nigga and bring it back to me. Wow. Because she wanna see me win. Yeah. She wanna see me in that $1 million mansion one day, in that $10-30 million mansion one day. She wanna see me pushing a rape. She want to see me doing all that shit.
She's accepted you as a leader.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. So she looking at this nigga.
Simp over there.
Exactly. She's looking at this simp ass nigga. This nigga's a trick. He's a, you know, so we appreciate the tricks. I got a song called Appreciation for the Tricks. We grateful. Thank you for your business. But at the end of the day, it's like, she wouldn't do that if she ain't fuck with me. Right. None of them would. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like, if a girl is coming at you like that, she just don't fuck with you like that. Yeah. Because if she really fuck with you, you could be broke, down bad, and have nothing. She is going to lift you up. She's going to help you rise up. Yeah. And at the end of the day, like, men got to work on their self-esteem. They got to work on their confidence. And step one to that is leave these women alone. Stop feeling like, oh, I can't. Unless you are a bum ass nigga. Like, some niggas don't. Some women and some niggas. No, some bitches and some niggas don't deserve nothing but the worst for them because they're terrible people. You know what I'm saying? Period. But if you are a good guy and you know you a solid individual, you know you an honest man, you know you a loving man, you a caring man, you know you will do right. Why the fuck is you settling for a bitch who treating you like this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's some weirdo shit. Like, it's because you have a low self-esteem. It's because you don't have any real self-worth or value.
Yep.
So step one is to leave that bitch alone and tell yourself, I'm worth it. I know I could do better. And I got courses on this too. They coming. I should be out in the next few weeks or whatever. But yeah, absolutely. So it's like, men got to work on their self-confidence, because even though, again,
that's everything, y'all.
Everything.
It's everything.
Everything.
Because it takes you into the room that you want to be in and allows you to stay in that room.
Exactly.
Because now they believe in whatever you saying because you believe it.
Exactly.
So confidence is everything. Literally, so many people lack talent but have confidence.
Exactly.
Boy, I'm telling you, making millions, y'all. Y'all better stop it.
That's a fact.
So yeah, that confidence, boy, is real. So I appreciate that one.
For sure.
And they need them courses because there's so many lost young men out here right now.
That's a fact.
Man.
No, I get so many people reaching out to me, and like they'll see my IG stories or something like that, and they'll see, you know, these different pretty bitches and these foreign bitches, and they like, damn, how you did it? My girl, and she did it. I'm like, man, I'm the worst nigga to ask for relationship advice. I'm gonna tell you, chalk the bitch. Yeah. Immediately. Like,
that's
she's not what you're supposed to be with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know you a solid nigga. I know you a good dude. Stop dealing with, oh, I love her. Well, then you loving the wrong person, bro. Love yourself first, my nigga. If you loved yourself and you cared about yourself, you wouldn't even subject yourself to this shit. Real. I will never deal with nothing like that. Me neither. Ever. Like they say say never. I'ma say never because I just can't accept it. Like I wouldn't even feel comfortable with myself. I'd rather be alone. So understand, if she fuck with you and she love you, she will hold you down. Fuck everything else you've been taught incorrectly.
Real shit. Man, we appreciate you.
You already know,
real, man. This shit was beautiful. Tell them where they can find you one last time in the music.
All right, so you can find me on IG at Cartier Casa. I think I'm back on Facebook at Cartier Casa. Go to my website, cartiercasa.com. It got everything on there. It got my merch. The Champagne Circle merch is fire. We just got a new art director, Trey Smith, and he's incredible with all the pieces he put together for this collection. You can go on, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, everything. Cartier Casa, CARTIER CASA, Cartier Casa. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at. YouTube, I got Abu Dhabi Breeze out right now. I got a bunch of new music out, and the shit I believe is really dope. I think y'all will really enjoy it. And I just want niggas to know, man, stay true to yourself. Please stay out of trouble. Don't worry about impressing nobody. The world is yours. Like, the world is really yours. Like, don't settle. Like, that's really my main message in life. Don't fucking settle, man. Yeah. This world is so beautiful. We from Cleveland, but we have to aspire for more. Yeah. These streets is fucked up. Niggas getting killed and murdered every day. It's not a lot of money. Aspire for more, nigga. Believe in yourself and understand that you can get this shit. This shit is very doable, nigga. I come from the same places y'all come from. I come from the very bottom, Garden Valley Projects to 131st and Benwood, nigga. And we didn't have nothing. A single parent household, 3 kids in that bitch. And now I live on the fucking ocean. 2 condos on the ocean in Miami, nigga. Just whatever the fuck I want to do, whenever the fuck I want to do it. And life is good. And I'm pursuing music because, I'm trying to make sure I do the right things in life. And, at the end of the day, it's like, this is what we have to do. We can get whatever the fuck we want if we choose to fucking hustle and not settle. Don't worry about what you seen. Don't worry about what your parents showing you. Don't worry about what your aunties and them were showing you your whole life. And they decided to settle. That's their life. I struggled as a kid, and I had to live that way because I was a kid. I feel like as an adult, as a grown-ass adult, there's no reason for us to live any other way than luxury. Like, that's it. There's no reason. You know what I'm saying? And when I say luxury, I don't mean you got to be in no fancy form. I mean, but however you want to live. You grown, you well-bodied, you able-bodied. You should be able to live however the fuck you want to live. If you want to go out of town tomorrow, you should be able to do it. You should have thousands in your bank account. If you want to go buy this clothes or this piece of jewelry or whatever the case may be, or this food, you want to dine at this restaurant, you should be able to do it because you're a grown adult. It's nothing stopping you from having everything you want in life. You can have it all. Just hustle. That's my main message.
Man, We out of here. It's the King TV Network.
Champagne circle. You already know. Cordial